the there symbol on a gray t-shirt in your t-shirt. Now, what we want to do is we want to take that t-shirt and we want to bring it into our other program. So at this point, you will see up at the top beside texture, you will see the browse and save as underneath the browse. What you're going to do is you're going to go to save as, and you're going to name this file. You're going to name it basic t-shirt or anything that you would like to name it. Okay. I normally, with the basic t-shirts, I usually keep it basic t-shirt. That way you know it's the total basic and you're not getting it confused with your other names of your design. So at this point, you save as and you name the file and you put it on your computer somewhere where you can find it. Okay? At that point, it will save as a JPG. What you're going to do is you're going to save it as the JPG, and then you're going to just basically either close the Stylemaker or minimize it, your choice. At that point, you're going to open up your alternate program. When you open the alternate program, you're going to go to File, and you're going to go to Open, and you're going to bring this file into your program, whether it be Adobe Photoshop, whether it be Corel Paint Shop Pro, whether it be Microsoft Paint, whatever program you are designing with. At that point, you're going to see a square, kind of like a rectangle, that is a 512 by 256 pixels in size. At that point, that's when you start your designing. That's when you start painting that little block to the way you want it. Okay? Or basically whatever way you want your design to be. Once you have been painting on your design in the basic t-shirt, and at that point you're going to save it as a PNG. Due to the fact that with PNGs it is a lot more detailed and you get a lot more resolution and better quality when you save it as a PNG. Now with the basic t-shirt in this, if there is no cleavage showing, it is already all tone. It is automatically mandatory all tone if there is no cleavage showing at this point. So once you've taken that and you've painted to the way you want it, then that is your choice. You save it and save it on your computer and rename it. Do not name it the same thing that you first named it. At that point, you're done if you are happy with your design on that t-shirt. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you how to bring that t-shirt into your Stylemaker so that you can actually view it on the model, the 3D model. Because right at the moment, all you're seeing is a two-dimensional shirt. You're not seeing it in 3D and what it's going to look like on the avatar or the model in the Stylemaker.
what this flat piece is? Like where the arm is, where the sides are?
Say that again, country. I couldn't barely hear you.
When it's all flattened out like that, I don't know where the neck is, where the sides are, what parts are where. It's just a big
Okay.
flat.
If you when it is flattened down at that point, you are going to see the there symbol. The at at that point you can use the there symbols as a guide, or if you want and don't choose the basic and use the wireframe, it will show you the outline of your shirt on where each of the where your shoulders are, where your chest is, and all that in the t-shirt in the wireframe. So you have your choice. You can either paint it with the wireframe and have a whole bunch of lines and try and cover up all the lines, or basically use the guide of the basic t-shirt on where the there symbol is and paint it that way. It's your choice.
You just paint over the there symbol.
Yes, you just paint over them.
Okay.
The way it is laid out right now, when you do your design, if you want to put a picture on the t-shirt and just put it right over the there symbol, and so you can automatically do that. If you want to add the texture, just take your paintbrush and paint over the whole t-shirt and add texture to it and change the color to the way you basically want to do it. The t-shirt is set up that the whole block is the t-shirt right now. With the preset t-shirt, every part of that block is a part of the t-shirt. Okay? Now you have the choice of doing it with your wireframe, and that way you see where the arms are, you see where the chest is, and each of the sections. But you have to make sure that you're covering up all the lines in regards to the painting. You understand, country?
Yeah. I was looking at shoes one time. It was really confusing to figure out
Okay.
where the
Shoes
top
are
and
a
the bottom
bit
were.
confusing. Shoes are a bit confusing, but ends up we're not covering shoes. We will be covering it at a later date. Okay?
Yeah, and
So,
we'll guide too.
once you have finished adding your textures, painting your t-shirt, and making it the way you choose it at this point, and so you're gonna choose, you're gonna save it, and what you're gonna do is we're gonna put it on the model, so then whether or not to see if you are happy with what you have. Once you save the file, you're going to open your Stylemaker once again. And at this point, you're going to go to Item. Then you're going to go to Top again. You will see the mesh, the texture, and the details. You're going to hit Texture, the tag up at the top. At this point, you will see the Browse button. When you see the Browse button, you hit the Browse button and you go find the file that you have painted on the t-shirt, on the initial template. At this point, and then you're going to see your t-shirt on the 3D model. If you are happy at this point, point, you're going to see it on the model. If you're happy at that point, then you go through the process of making your catalog image and submitting to there. And that is a basic t-shirt in female.